I've had a stalker for 2 months. He told me my boyfriend isn't who I think he is. The first time I noticed him was at a local coffee shop I go to often. I was standing in line and ready to order my iced kai latte when I saw him staring in my direction from a table outside. I didn't assume he was staring at me at first. There were multiple other women in the cafe that he could have been ogling, proving me wrong with a ballsy move. He asked me for my number as I walked to the front door. Hi, shy, I see. Good choice. He commented it as he stood up from his chair. I noticed you a few times when I've been in the neighborhood. Can I get your number? Oh no, I actually have a boyfriend. Hoping this would give him to back off, especially because it was the truth. I smiled and started walking away from him to get my parking spot a few years down the walkway. Relax, honey, he said as he stood in front of me, blocking my path. He doesn't have to know. I felt a shiver of pure disgust as he paired asked him with a wink. Look, I know cheating on your partner is like a big thing right now, but I'm not into it. Leave me alone. He backed away from me, hands in the air, a dumb smirk on his face. I gave him one final glare before making my way towards the car, his eyes on me with every step I took. When I got back to the apartment, I shared with my boyfriend Jacob what happened. I told him all about it. Normally he would get upset, but he would just usually move on. If I told him there was nothing to worry about at first, that was his reaction. What the fuck? Did you recognize him at all? Not even a little. He said he's seen me a few times, but I'd never seen him once. That was the part that bothered me the most. He'd been unacceptable for multiple times while watching me. Where else had he seen me? What did he look like? Like every other guy here. Brown hair, taller than me, probably 6 something. He did have a scar on his neck for some reason. That caught Jacob's attention. A scar? Was it fresh? I mean, not really. I don't know what fully his scar would look like, but it wasn't red or bleeding or anything. Why? Don't know. Just a good identifier if he bothers you again, I guess. He looked a little more disturbed after I mentioned the scar, but I didn't joke him about it. It wasn't something I really wanted to discuss further anyway. The first encounter with him was about 2 months ago. Since then, I've noticed him everywhere. The coffee shop, bookstores, the supermarket. I couldn't go anywhere without seeing him, especially when I went anywhere with my boyfriend. I felt like I was going crazy. Every time I did see him, I tried to discreetly point him out to my boyfriend. Jacob, he's near the pasta, I whispered. He would always try to be natural, just so he wouldn't scare him away, but every time he looked, he wasn't there. It was like he just vanished into thin air. I could tell Jacob was sympathetic about the situation. He probably thought I was being overly paranoid and imagining I was seeing him, but there was nothing he could do if he didn't see him in time. After these 2 months, I started growing tired of myself and my imagination. Jacob didn't see him at any point. I pointed him out. Honestly, I never saw him enter or leave my line of sight. It's like he would just appear, stare me down for a little bit, and he'd be gone. I had to do something to clear my mind. Hey, I'm going on a run, I yelled to Jacob as I was lacing up my tennis shoes. Don't you think that's not the best idea? Jacob asked, clearly a little worried about me going on a run by myself. Well, I had to do something. Maybe all I need is a little time to just recollect myself, my thoughts in my head. This might be all of my manifestation from stress. Plus, I added, finishing up the laces on my left shoe. It's daytime, and my path is pretty busy. I'll be okay. Are you sure? I mean, I can go with you. I gave him a kiss, and then I headed off. It was mostly to calm his nerves, but mostly just to get him to shut up. No, I need alone time. You have my location now. I'll have my pepper spray on me. I'll be fine. Love you. I knew he still wasn't fond of the idea of me being out alone, but there was really much he could really do. He couldn't really do anything. As I closed the apartment door, I headed down the complex stairs. Not even 30 seconds after I got outside and started my run, I felt something took my arm. Hard enough for it to pop. I didn't have enough time to react as I felt my arms pinned up against a brick and my mouth covered with leather. I tried everything I knew from self-defense classes I took years biting, kicking, and screaming, and deep down, I knew nothing would work against a 6-foot man with a heavyweight advantage. It didn't take me long to recognize the hair and the scar either. Lily, keep quiet, he whispered, as he struggled to keep me pinned to the wall. I was trying to help you. Help me? I said, my words muffled by his gloves as I was still trying to free myself from his grasp. No progress. I started to feel weaker as I struggled, ready to accept whatever would happen to me in this empty alleyway. Yes, help you. Stop struggling so I can tell you what's going on. I didn't want to stop struggling. I wanted to keep kicking and moving to make it harder on him, but I knew in the end it wouldn't work out for me. Are you going to listen? I shook my head. His glove still began to press against my mouth. Despite living in fear because of this guy for 2 months, I felt nothing but curiosity in that moment. Lily, I need you to listen carefully and take what I'm about to say seriously, okay? How the fuck does he know my name? That man you're dating, Jacob? He paused, rolling his eyes as if he was trying to figure out how to word what was coming next. He's not Jacob anymore.